With just 12 days left before Taiwan's presidential election, the three vice presidential candidates took the stage on January 1st for their only debate. The ruling Democratic Progressive Party's Xiao Bi-kim and her main rival Zhao Xiaokeng of the KMT fought over China policy, while Wu Xinying from the smaller Taiwan People's Party urged voters to consider a third force. Zhao, a prominent media personality and chairman of the BCC, Taiwan's Broadcasting Corporation of China, repeatedly attacked the DPP for what he saw as the government's escalation of tensions in cross-Taiwan Strait relations.
The source of risk in Taiwan is the DPP. In the 8 years the DPP has been in power, Taiwan has been pushed to the brink of war. Many foreign investors have been deterred from coming to Taiwan because of concerns over a potential conflict. Didn't Mayor Jiang Wan-an recently say that he wanted to invite Taylor Swift to perform in Taiwan? I had extended the invitation to her last year. Well, BCC invited her last year. She originally planned to come during an opening in her schedule. Later on, however, she decided not to come. She mentioned concerns about Taiwan's geopolitical risks and the fear of potential conflict. Even internationally renowned artists are hesitant to come to Taiwan.
In her rebuttal, Xiao, Taiwan's former top representative to the United States, said it was unjust to assign blame to Taiwan over the issue because it constantly faces pressure and isolation from China on the world stage.
Mr. Zhao Xiaokang claimed the DPP is the biggest source of risk across the Taiwan Strait. However, this assertion contradicts the global consensus. Worldwide, it is widely recognized that the current source of tension across the strait is not the DPP, but rather the Chinese Communist Party. There is no DPP in the Philippines, nor Japan, but the Philippines still has tensions with Beijing in the South China Sea, and Japan is also expected to increase its defense budget. This is not because of the DPP, but the expansionist ambitions of the Chinese Communist Party and their actions and behavior. Foreign investors are not hesitant to come to Taiwan. In fact, during President Tsai Ing-wen's tenure, foreign investment in Taiwan reached record levels, surpassing 2 trillion new Taiwan dollars.
Highlighting the difference in dealing with China between the KMT and the DPP, Zhao said that if the KMT returns to power, it will try to engage with Beijing to make Taiwan more secure.
After the KMT retreated to Taiwan, the bonds of China were severed. But there were still strands connecting us, and it is because of those little strands that we are able to maintain peace in the Taiwan Strait. In this election, the Taiwanese have to make an important choice. Do you want to cut off relations with China completely, or do you still want to have these thin threads? Completely cutting off relations with China may feel exhilarating and satisfying, but you will face immediate and obvious dangers. At that point, even the United States may not be able to intervene.
Zhao said former U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan in August 2022 led to military coercion from China, but Xiao disagreed and criticized Zhao for aligning himself with Beijing's stance.
We are oppressed and isolated, and yet today you criticize former U.S. House Speaker Pelosi. Pelosi had explicitly stated that her visit was intended to express her support for the people of Taiwan. She was not challenging the status quo, let alone altering the U.S. one-China policy. Despite this, you cannot accept that and consider it a provocation. It appears to me that you consistently echo the tone set by China's Taiwan Affairs Office. Whoever TAO criticizes, you follow suit. China has been leveraging its global influence to isolate Taiwan, but we adhere to the spirit of overcoming obstacles, seeking opportunities to break through.
Wu Xinying said that the fundamental philosophy of the TPP's cross-strait policy is centered around prioritizing Taiwan and advocating for cross-strait peace.
Since 1996, the China factor has consistently been a significant influence in Taiwan's presidential elections. Both major parties, the KMT leaning towards China and the DPP taking an anti-China stance, have compromised Taiwan's autonomy. This is a problem within both major political parties in Taiwan. The TPP advocates for collaboration when possible, competition when necessary, and confrontation when required.
Wu, who worked in the financial sector before entering politics as an at-large lawmaker in late 2022, dedicated most of her time to addressing economic issues. During the debate, she was largely sidelined by her opponents.
Please don't ignore me like I'm invisible. The TPP enjoys a support rate of 30%.
She encouraged voters to endorse a third force that she argued would transcend the contentious battles between the blue and green camps.
This election provides an opportunity to turn Taiwan around. With a better choice, vote for the TPP to break free from the destructive rivalry between the blue and green camps, revitalize the economy, and return to the right path.